Hey everyone, my name is Gavork, and for our first exercise we're going to begin with the floor press. For this exercise, I have water bottles for weight, but feel free not to use anything or something a little bit heavier. We're going to first go down onto our back. Then we're going to have our arms not 90 degrees but 45 degrees at an angle. Make sure that your wrists are on top of your elbows, not too far out, not too far in. Then we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades and proceed going up and down. But we're going to follow the 4-2 concept, which is going up and 4 seconds down. Then we're going to hold it for 2 seconds at the bottom and then repeat. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, back up. And then you want to make sure to breathe throughout the entire exercise. For our next exercise, we're going to be doing hammer curls. I want you to start off by getting some weight. I have 2 water bottles here for myself. We're going to begin with squeezing our shoulder blades. Then we're going to go ahead and make sure that our elbow does not move forward or too far back, just keeping it in place. Have your palms facing inside, and then we're going to begin curling. You can go ahead and use the 4-2 concept where we go up and then go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold it for 2 seconds. 1, 2, and then back up. Or you can go ahead for reps. Just make sure that you don't raise your shoulders up as you curl. We don't want that. We want to go ahead and keep those shoulders down. For this exercise, we're going to be doing lateral raises. We're going to begin by grabbing some weight. I have a water bottle here. We're going to go ahead and lean forward, have a slight bend in our knee, and begin raising our arm. As we do, we want to bring our arm or hand up to our ear level. We want to make sure that when we bring it up, we don't bring our shoulder up. We want to keep it down to target the muscle here. And then we can also follow the same 4-2 concept as before, where we go up, 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds down, 2 seconds hold, 1, 2, and back up. Don't forget to breathe. For this exercise, we're going to be on all fours. It's called a bear hold. We're going to go ahead and have our arms shoulder width apart. As we go down, we're going to have our hands underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips, and then we're going to go up onto our toes. But before you do, make sure to brace your abdominals by tucking in your ribs, not letting them flare out. As we go up, we're going to hold this position throughout the entire exercise. As we do, you want to go ahead and breathe in and out. Breathe in, breathe out. And then we're going to keep holding it in this position.
Curtsy Lunge. We're going to start with our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to keep our left leg planted. Our right leg is going to come behind our left leg. And then we're going to bend down till our back knees touch from the ground, and we're going to come back up and then switch to the other side. If this is too easy, we can add a weight. Goblet style right here in front of our chest. Messier Squat. We can use a weight in our chest or not. We're going to have our feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. We want to push our hips back and sit onto one side, keeping one knee bent, the other one straight, and then you're going to keep your hips nice and low and switch to the other side. And we're just going to keep going side to side, keeping our hips low the entire time and our chest nice and forward. Staggered Stance RDL. We're going to start with one leg forward, the other leg back. We're going to have a slight bend in our knees. We want to bring our shoulders back and down, pinch our shoulder blades together. We want to push our hips back. Imagine we're closing something with our bottom here. Bring our hands right below our knee. Back up. If this is too easy, we can add a weight. And make sure you switch legs as you go. Rear foot elevated split squat. We want to use the front of our leg onto our elevated surface. We're going to have the knee in front of us. We're going to come down, lunge down until the back knee is 2 inches from the ground, and we're going to come back up. If that's too difficult, we have started a half kneeling, come into a split squat. We're going to come back up, lower until that back knee is 2 inches from the ground, come back up.
So the first exercise we're going to perform are called jumping jacks. We want to make sure we start with our feet together, slight bend at knees, arms on our side, and then from here we're going to make sure as we push out or propel off, we're going to land with soft knees, so bent knees, and then now our feet are going to be a little bit wider than hip width apart. Arms are going to be a little bit higher than shoulder height, and then we're just going to repeat, making sure we keep those knees bent because that is one of the common mistakes. And we're going to keep our chest nice and high, looking forward, and we're just going to repeat. Begin. Hello. So the exercise we're going to perform is called a burpee. We want to make sure for this one we're standing up straight, our feet are a little bit wider than hip. We're actually going to bring our palms down to the ground. Our knees are going to be outside of our elbow. So I'm going to change the viewing angle. So it'll look like this. Then we're going to push out, making sure our core is nice and tight, our glute is contracted, our palm is right under our shoulder, and we want to make sure that our hip doesn't drop. That is a common mistake, letting the hip drop. And then we're just gonna step back in and stand back up, and we're gonna repeat it. The exercise we're going to perform is called mountain climbers. Want to make sure we go onto the ground for this one. Make sure you have a mat at your disposal. We're going to plant our palms onto the ground. We're going to dig our toes, making sure our core is nice and tight and keeping our glutes contracted. Our palm is going to be right under our shoulder. And then we're going to bring our knee to our elbow, making sure our toe taps. That's going to be a common mistake, is leaving it hovering. We're going to pull it back. Just like that.